Hey everybody, Marley here, and I was given the honor to talk about Welcome Beloved, one of our values, this week, and why it is truly important to me and how it looks and plays out in my life. But just a little bit about me. I want you guys to know a little bit more about what I carry into a space. So I'm Marley, and I grew up in Burnsville, and I have two sisters who are 10 and 7 years older than me, and for a lot of my childhood, I felt as though I wasn't a kid. Like, I just wanted to be a teenager like my sisters, and so I constantly tried to keep up with them and wanted to be just like them and wanted to be older and always complained about being older or wanting to be older. And that just kind of played out in different areas of my life, all throughout high school and junior high, but high school mainly. I just felt I felt like I didn't belong. I constantly felt like I upholded values that nobody else around me wanted to value, that I was constantly like, why is this drama such an important part of all these girls' lives? And to be honest, I really hated high school. I just hated it. And I remember I had a lot of good relationships with my teachers because it was hard for me to make friends with like the greater population of my grade. People would say that I was well known, but I just tried to be nice to people, and that's why. But I was honestly closer with my teachers than I was my fellow classmates. But my fellow classmates and my parents, my sisters, they'd always try to encourage me by saying, "Don't worry, Marley, high school doesn't last forever." And I remember in those moments, sometimes that felt like a relief, even though it was really simple and clearly we're not going to be in high school forever. But then as I look back and reflect on it, I think I took that as a way to wish away time. And so I felt like high school for me was just a constant countdown. Of, okay, I no longer have to worry about assignments. I never have to worry about seeing these people who make my life miserable all the time. I don't have to worry about what these people think of me anymore. Only this many more days or this many more years or this or that or the other thing. And it was just constantly wishing it away. And I don't think that I'd ever want to go back to high school. Don't hear me wrong. But I do wish that I spent those days and times and years a little bit differently. While that is not like wrong, high school's not forever. I think that's also how you choose to embrace it and how you choose to walk in every day and the attitude that you're carrying, and just your intentionality with the people around you and intentionality with growing and doing better yourself every day. So I think that is where I kind of root this whole importance of Welcome Beloved, because of the fact of I really didn't feel welcome in those spaces at school. And then translating that into my youth group, I grew up in the church and I grew up going to youth group, and I'm super, super thankful for what they brought into my life during that time. Although it was hard, being the only kid with divorced parents at the time, or separated parents, because my parents were separated all throughout high school. They separated in 9th grade and then got divorced right going in my senior year of high school. And I also dealt with really bad anxiety and depression, and I was the only person who really was somewhat openly communicating about that and wanting help and wanting to find accountability and being able to just have those conversations with people. And so it was like I would go to school and I didn't always feel welcome and I didn't feel like I belonged and I just wanted to get out of there. And then I'd go to youth group and it'd be a little bit of a different atmosphere, but I still didn't feel like I really fit in. I felt like the black sheep of the youth group, that I was the girl with all the problems, and we have to really like listen to her and pet her and make sure she's okay because she's got a lot of crap going on. So I think I always kind of felt a little bit ashamed of the baggage that I was bringing in too, and frustrated that not all my baggage that I was bringing in was my own. Like, part of that was my parents, and so it's really important for me, and I just want to stress this to you guys, that it's really important for me that you guys know that you are welcome every day just as you are, whether you are walking in with all your baggage strapped onto that day. Baggage isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just how we carry it and how we let that weight affect us. And knowing too at the end of the day that us leaders and myself, we're here to help you. We're here to help you carry that. And we want to be a space that you can come in and you can drop it at the door and be able to just take a deep breath and be who you are. But if you need to come in and need to hold on to that day and say, hey, this is where I'm at, that's valid too. Your feelings are incredibly valid. What you're experiencing right now is valid. I cannot stress to everybody enough that you guys are dealing with so much this year. I can't even fathom having to navigate school and a pandemic, and you guys are doing way better than you think you are. Us adults on the outside are constantly looking in being like, wow, these kids are resilient. So thank you for just teaching us in that way too. But steering back to Welcome Beloved, I just want you to know that if you feel in your space of school that you don't feel welcome, that you go to school every day and you feel like people don't know your name or people don't know your story, or people think they know you and they think they know your story, but really they don't know you at all. I just want you to know that we see you and we love you, and we're excited to continue to walk this journey with you. Even though this year has looked a lot different and youth group has looked a lot different, I've been really honored to be in the space of a lot of the conversations that I've gotten to have on Wednesday nights with you guys. So every week as you come, join us, whether that be virtually or whether we are outside, hanging out somewhere, masks on, 6 feet apart, whatever it may be. I just want you to know you guys are so incredibly welcomed, that the Lord delights in who you are and is excited about who you're becoming. And I am really excited that I get to be here and be one of the people sitting in the front row watching you guys become who you are. So each and every day as you walk into it, I pray that you guys all know that you're so incredibly and deeply loved. And like I said, whatever you're carrying into each and every Wednesday evening when you show up, just know that's okay. We don't expect you to come and put on a happy face and act like everything's okay. That wherever you're at, whatever you're feeling, we're here. And we're excited that you're here too.